There's an invisible engine running constantly beneath our feet. It shapes our economies, it drives our defenses, and it completely dictates our daily lives. But here's the thing, this foundation we all rely on is terrifyingly fragile.
I want you to imagine a sudden, catastrophic halt to modern life. Seriously, what if tomorrow the world simply stopped making microchips?
The impact would be immediate and absolute. Smartphones, dark. Assembly lines, totally frozen. Hospital power grids would falter, and satellites drifting above us would essentially become blind. And the wildest part is, this crisis wouldn't be born from a lack of oil or electricity. The entire modern world would literally grind to a halt over an object smaller than your fingernail.
Section 1. The world's invisible engine. Okay, let's dive into this.
For decades, global economic power meant massive, heavy resources. We're talking oil, coal, steel, the churning engines of the 20th century. But today, the ultimate strategic asset weighs next to nothing. It's the semiconductor chip. From GPS-guided tractors planting the food we eat to the vast cloud data centers storing our entire digital lives, economic and technological dominance has shifted entirely from heavy, sprawling industry to microscopic silicon.
To really grasp this, consider the mind-boggling scale. Tens of billions. That is the number of microscopic transistors packed into a single modern chip, all firing and working together in fractions of a second. It's essentially a sprawling, hyperdense metropolis of electrical pathways, and it fits comfortably right on the tip of your finger.
Section 2. From sand to silicon. But here's where things become absolutely fascinating. How do we actually build them?
How do we physically construct a microscopic city? Well, it starts with something incredibly ordinary. Sand, specifically silica. This process is a total masterpiece of extreme engineering. First, we purify the silica. Then, we melt it down at extreme temperatures into a perfectly uniform crystal ingot and slice it into these ultra-thin, mirror-like discs called wafers. And that's when the real magic begins, a process called photolithography.
Now, photolithography sounds super complex, but think of it simply as a microscopic projector. We're projecting extreme light through precision masks to transfer incredibly intricate circuit patterns directly onto the silicon. Imagine trying to print a highly detailed map of the entire world onto a single strand of human hair. That's what we're talking about. Engineers build up these layers, etching microscopic pathways, literally building the brain of the chip layer by delicate layer.
Section 3. Building the impossible factory. Now, you might naturally be wondering,
If these chips are so incredibly vital, why doesn't every single country just build its own factory? The answer is $20 billion. That is the staggering, mind-blowing cost of building just one modern fabrication plant, known in the industry as a fab. It's not just one of the most expensive factories on Earth, it is arguably the most complex manufacturing environment humanity has ever created.
A modern fab requires ultra-clean rooms that make hospital operating theaters look dirty by comparison. Literally, a single microscopic dust particle floating in the air can instantly destroy a chip worth thousands of dollars. We're talking about entirely robotic transport systems handling the wafers because human hands are just way too risky. Plus, the facility consumes millions of gallons of ultra-pure water every single day just to clean the wafers between stages.
And this brilliantly illustrates the absolute pinnacle of this extreme environment, EUV, or extreme ultraviolet lithography. Widely considered one of the most advanced machines ever built by human hands, it requires nanometer precision. It uses incredibly short wavelength light to print patterns that are literally only a few atoms wide. Operating this machine required years of cross-industry research, and right now it is the ultimate bottleneck for manufacturing the most advanced chips on the planet.
Section 4. The global silicon race. But that's really only part of the story.
Because no single entity builds these chips alone. The whole process is a masterclass in global reliance. You have TSMC over in Taiwan leading the actual manufacturing. ASML in the Netherlands holds the keys to those incredible EUV machines we just talked about. NVIDIA designs the architecture for AI, while companies like Intel, Samsung, and AMD drive the design and processing forward. No single company, and absolutely no single nation, controls the entire process of making a chip. It is a highly interconnected, incredibly complex global web. But when that delicate web breaks, the world practically stops. Back in the early 2020s, global supply chain disruptions halted automobile and consumer electronics production worldwide. Suddenly,
thousands of half-finished cars just sat idle in factory lots, all waiting on a tiny chip that cost a few dollars. It exposed a terrifying vulnerability for all of us. Relying on a highly concentrated, hyper-specialized global chain means that one disruption ripples across the entire globe instantly.
And this vulnerability is exactly why nations across the world are now pouring billions into rebuilding their domestic ecosystems. It's a race for diversified supply chain resilience. But it's also about accelerating AI computing demands, protecting critical national infrastructure, and cultivating local engineering talent. Governments are neutrally evaluating their own risks right now and rushing to secure the technological foundations of their future economies. They just want to ensure they aren't left behind in the dark if the global supply chain freezes up again.
Section 5. The future of computing. So, the crucial point we're reaching is, traditional silicon is hitting its physical limits.
But if we look at the timeline, the rapid evolution of computing is just breathtaking. We go from the first bulky transistor in 1947 right to the microprocessor in 1971. That unlocked the personal computer. Then the smartphone era in 2007 put a literal supercomputer in your pocket. And now, the 2020s, the AI revolution. Every single one of these breakthroughs unlocked technologies that were previously considered impossible science fiction.
But engineers are quite literally running out of space on flat silicon. The real surprise is how they're actually solving this. Instead of traditional silicon layouts sprawling outwards on a flat surface, the industry is shifting to chiplets and 3D stacking. They are going vertical. It's exactly like building skyscrapers when a crowded city just completely runs out of land. They're creating modular, vertical layers that dramatically increase efficiency and power, all without needing a larger footprint.
And we're looking far beyond just stacking silicon too. We're moving into some mind-bending future technologies. We're talking about silicon photonics, using light instead of electricity to move data at literal light speed. Neuromorphic computing, meaning processors that are quite literally inspired by the human brain. Quantum computing, which is going to solve optimization and simulation problems that traditional computers couldn't crack in a million years. And even AI-assisted chip design, where AI itself helps engineers design the next generation of AI hardware. This is the foundation that will power everything from autonomous robotics to deep space exploration. We often think the biggest shifts for humanity are going to come from massive, highly visible structures. But, as this beautiful quote reminds us, the future is rarely shaped by the largest inventions. More often, it is transformed by the smallest ones.
Our entire modern world, our economies, our medical advancements, our journey into AI, it all rests on an extraordinary piece of engineering hidden inside a tiny piece of silicon. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. As this invisible engine continues to evolve, what will the next microscopic invention make possible for humanity?